Hello and welcome back to another video. It is Kara once again coming out with you another video. This is a theory video and we will be discussing my theories for the Wicked Powers and the Last Hours, just because I don't have that many at the moment, just because neither of the first books for the series have come out yet. So let's just go right into this. So I feel like something within the Last Hours that happens will be referenced in the Wicked Powers, whether it's like a minor deal that we see or a major deal. I'm not quite sure on that, but I just feel like there's just something there that happens within the Last Hours for reference into the Wicked Powers, and that's why they're coming out first. It's not to leave us on mystery about what is she talking about. So that also kind of brings us to a second theory. I feel like we're going to see Bridget once again in the Wicked Powers, just because she was just kind of left there in London at the end of Lord of Shadows. And plus, I feel like her immortality. So a lot of people, I feel like, are going to deal with curses within the Last Hours too. So that's another theory that I kind of have going, because Tatiana would have had to deal with human sacrifices to bring back Rupert. I'm pretty sure it was mentioned in the Midnight Air during the Bane Chronicles. It's been a while since I've read them, so correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure that's where she first brings up the whole bringing Rupert back from the dead. And so I feel like she might be affected by this in some way, in which she might get cursed, or maybe Rupert got cursed by this. And then I feel like because James already feels like he's a cursed child anyway, there's that. And then I feel like for Bridget, I feel like she did something for the greater good, but in the end, something happened and she got cursed, or some warlock spell had backfired onto her, creating this immortality. I feel like Camille herself might have known what happened with Bridget, because she and Alec had those little talks about immortality and whatnot. So I feel like she might have known something about Bridget's immortality, or at least how she got immortal. Plus, I mean, she's Camille. She probably hears all these sorts of things through everything up until her death. So for my fourth theory, I think that we will be going back to London in the Wicked Powers, whether it's majorly or minorly, and I feel like maybe that's where we might even begin in the Wicked Powers, with Tessa, Jem, and Kit and their child in Wicked Powers being set directly into London. Maybe they're talking about family history or something, I'm not sure, but I feel like we're definitely going to see London again. And at this moment, for the Wicked Powers, I feel like they're also going to bring back the whole, like, making the clave whole again. So I feel like Zara's definitely in for it for the Wicked Powers. Like, she's gone. I feel like Diego might go, just because he is now Inquisitor on the Alex side of the clave. And Cassandra Clare has been known to kill Inquisitors a lot. I feel like we might see a Clace wedding, whether it's like in an epilogue type thing of this happened during this year of this. But I also feel like Clary's dream of basically death and her dying might not have been exactly truly. Maybe it truly, even though Cassandra Clare said it'd be resolved there, I feel like it might get brought up again, because Magnus has also kind of had same dreams of just the streets filling up with blood. And I feel like Wicked Powers, to end it all, is either going to be like, okay, everybody lives happily ever after, or, oh my god, mass murder just happened, and Nephilim and demons have both basically gone extinct. I feel like we're also, like, that being said, once again, like, that's part of the reason why I think either Wicked Powers is going to end on a happy note of Clave has remerged, or total all-out war between demons, downworlders, and the Shadowhunters just happens and a lot of shit goes down. I feel like because the wicked powers comes from the line bronze to summon wicked powers from the Shadowhunter's Child's rhyme. I feel like we're going to see a lot of bronze in this too. And I just think that the wicked powers could either be a happy thing or completely everybody's dead in the end and you just suffered greatly. I also think that we might, in between, either in the last hours or somewhere in the wicked powers, we get to find out why the Blackthorn Manor has been burned to the ground, because it never was clearly stated and was just known to be a pile of rubble. And I mean, it's kind of always interesting why that manor in particular, especially if it's so close to the Herondales, why it's just gone. Why did it go up in flames? Was that something that happened in the last hours? Or are we gonna find out why it went up somewhere in the wicked powers, like they start talking about it? I feel like the wicked powers might also deal with a lot of politics and whatnot, because you have Kyrian, who's the Unseelie King, which means he's probably having to work with the Seelie Queen herself. And that being said, for the ending of Queen of Air and Darkness, when it was in the Queen's point of view, did the Queen kidnap Clary? Or is that just something before they got thrown into the Unseelie Court's jail cells? So maybe we get to find out somewhere within the wicked powers why the Queen has all of a sudden betrayed the Nephilim and taken one of their own hostage. Like, why? I feel like we're also going to see a lot of, well, Cassandra Clare herself says Ash is going to return, so I feel like he's going to somehow get out Thule. Maybe that's what Jace had bargained with for Clary's life, maybe. Because, I mean, first off, you don't make a deal with the Seelie Queen, so he might be like, well, I'll bring back Ash if you give me Clary, and that sort of deal. But either way, I feel like by the end of the first book, Ash is going to be out of Thule and kind of living with the Blackthorns. And maybe the Seelie Queen might be fine with that as long as her son stays alive. I also kind of just feel like we might see some side character deaths within here. Like, we haven't heard about Luca and Jocelyn. Like, what are they doing? Are they out having children? Are they, like, we saw Jocelyn in Queen of Air and Darkness, but we haven't seen Luke since the ending of City of Heavenly Fire at all. Well, actually, I guess the beginning of the Shadowhunter Academy, but still, it's been quite a while. What is up with them? Are they just traveling the world? But yeah, all in all, I think the wicked powers could either end really great or be completely, it's going to kill you internally, because she might finally, after years, just decide to go on a mass murder spree and kill a bunch of characters. So, thank you guys for sticking around through this video, even though it's probably pretty short. If you have your own theories, put them down in the comments. Remember to hit that subscribe button if you like this video, and comment down below if you want to see me do other book series. Like I said, I can do Harry Potter, I can do any more Percy Jackson World books, Matched, Hush Hush. Just put it down in the comments below and I'll tell you whether or not I've read it or not. And yeah, so see you guys later. Thank you for sticking around. Kara is out now. Thanks.